Om Om Sadasivasamaranbham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Vasmadacharya Paryanta Vande Guru Parampara Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Paramata Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Om Sahana Sahano Bhunaktam Saviryam Karmavati Tejasvinam Tamastu Mahavidyushavahiti Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sriharim Paramanandam Upadeshtaramishwaram Vyapakam Sarvalokanam Karanam Tam Namamyaham. Verse number 60. Yada mriti ghato nama kanake kundalabhidha shikto hi rajatakhyati jiva shaddat tadha pare. As we have been seeing, the whole teaching process. First, we discussed that there is something called anātman. Then also we discussed there is something called Ātman. Anātma and Ātma are different. Then we started saying, hey, look, anātma is limited. And Ātman is limitless. And me is not anātma, but me is Ātma. And as we started looking further, then we came to the point, hey, there is nothing called anātma, but there is only Ātma. I hope you understand the steps so far. If you want to understand better way, it's like you go to beach with your teacher. Now the teacher says, hey, look, there is a wave. Yes, I see the wave. Now, wave is limited in nature. Yes. There is also ocean. Yes. There is a difference between the wave and ocean. Perfect. Now, hey, look. Not only that, look at, you are wave. Yes, I am wave. You are born in time. You grow in time. Also, you will get destroyed in time. Perfect. There is also competition with other waves. Also, don't worry, there is one guru wave who is now next to you, teaching you that, hey, look, this is not the truth, this is not the reality. That time the person starts doubting, okay? So doubt starts from there only. Now, next step, the guru says, hey, look, now, not only you are limited, now let us look at next step. Where are you from? I am from the ocean. Fantastic. You are born from ocean. Now, are you being sustained by yourself? No. In fact, I am sustained by the ocean. If I am away from the ocean, where is the wave? In fact, my existence is not there at all. Fantastic. That means you are born out of ocean. You are being sustained in the ocean. And where are you going to merge? Where are you going to be dissolved? Again in the ocean. Now tell me, are you a separate entity? So are you not a part of the whole ocean? Yeah, that's true. Perfect. Now the guru cannot keep quiet. Hey, look. So you are one, I am one, so many are one, but we all are connected to the ocean. Yeah, that's good. In fact, that is what the religion is all about. I am comfortable with this. Now this guru wave doesn't keep quiet, goes one step ahead. Okay, we have been discussing about wave. Now let us look at little further. So what is the content of the wave? Content of the wave is what? Water. Now look at me. What is my content as a wave? Also water. So is there any difference between you as substance water, me as substance water? The student takes a deep breath, okay? Now the heaviness starts. Next is, okay, fine. If you cannot digest this, can you look at that whole ocean? So what is the content? What is the substance of ocean? Water. So is there any difference? No. Feels comfortable, okay? Yes, no. Fine. Now, from the substance standpoint, from the reality standpoint, now is wave created in time? Sorry, is water created in time? Is it being maintained? Is it going to dissolve? In fact, it is water. Is there anything called wave? Is there anything called ocean either? In fact, there is only water. This is how we have arrived at so far. To teach this aspect, Adi Shankaracharya has taken different examples which we use in our day-to-day life. So that when we are using those objects, we will be able to remind ourselves about this teaching. Like in the last class, we saw yathā mudi grata mridi ghataha nama kanake kundale vida sukto hi rajata khyatihi jiva sabda tatha pare. Gave three examples. In clay, the pot; in gold, the earring; and in shell, the silver. So three types of realities. Three types of usefulness. And of course, confusion. So also, jiva sabdaha tatha pare. So the word jiva also is exactly like that, nothing else. While discussing, now goes next also. Yathaiva vyamni nilatvam yatha neeram merusthale purushatvam yathasthano tadvat vishvam chidatmani. Goes one more example stating that, hey, look, in vyamni, in sky, the blueness. And of course, in desert, the water. And interestingly, that in stano means in a post, starts seeing a human being. Later on becomes ghost, especially in the twilight zone. Remember, tadvat vishwam chidatmani. In chidatma, the entire prapancha, entire vishwam is available accordingly because you are very comfortable with these examples. So that means that in each verse, three examples gives. Now he gives another example. So where we are supposed to start? Let us read. yathaiva śūnye vetālaha gandharvāṇāṃ puraṃ yathākāśe dvicandratvaṃ tadvatsatye jagatsthitiḥ. Gives a beautiful example. People really go crazy. Look, yathaiva śūnye vetālo. So what we see now in śūnya, in empty place, so we start imagining ghost, especially in dark place. That's why I said, if you are especially, brought up in a village, you will understand all these things very well. In the childhood, all talks will be there, especially when somebody passes away, especially premature death. That night or few nights, all the doors will be closed by 7:30, 8 o'clock. Oh, he will do this, he will do that, and she will do this, she will do that. You cannot think of. And interestingly, what happens? If the wind blows, suppose you are coming alone, and of course, along with you, if another fellow is coming, who is also equally, nervous, afraid, two are coming, night 9 o'clock that day, somebody has passed away one day before. The wind blows a little bit, and wind touches this, trees or whatever, the sound comes, especially bamboo trees. Because bamboo tree makes big noise. That's all. Look, 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 look. What sort of imagination you cannot think of. It's an amazing thing to observe. Okay. So that is what is being explained here. In emptiness means in an empty place, especially in a dark place. Now, how this ghost, not only ghost, the activities of ghost also experienced. And you are sweating that time, remember? And many people get into panic, many people faint. I'm not telling you jokes. They get faint. And if right time help is not be given, the person may passes away also. And they will add to it, because that person passed away, that's why within one day or within 1 week took it another person also. Then let us do this pariharam, that pariharam. You cannot think of, okay? Whether it's right or wrong, let us not get into that mode, but this is what happens. So here, how in shunyam, in empty place, the activities of the ghost is being experienced in reality. It's not there. Now, not only that, in our childhood, we have also experienced that puraṃ yathā gandharvāṇāṃ, yathā. So what happened when we try to look at this sky? The cloud comes. So nothing to do. So start imagining, hey, look, this is, Indra's, the heaven. Because from childhood it has been taught, Indra's heaven is beautiful, only cloudy on the above of the sky. You understand? Nothing is visible. And in the television shows this and that, they also put some white, air, white smoke or whatever. So you feel, wow, nice. Now, seeing this thing, what you say, hey, look, there's a beautiful house, palace. Hey, look, look, and you also bring to show somebody such a beautiful palace. Now look what, there is a throne. Now come and have see. Then 1 second it goes away. Not only that, nowadays in present era, people also draw, different gods, different saints. And nowadays, 2 gods are very popular. One is Jesus, other one is Babaji Maharaj. Okay. In West, okay. That Kriya Yoga fellow, okay. These 2 are, I don't know, destroyed everything. So every imaginations everywhere like this. However, that's not our point. So how all these things, and nowadays because of Shravana month, so some people started posting, creating this, Lord Shiva is visible on the sky. Okay, Lord Shiva is visible. Then few days back, how he was visible in Kedarnath, okay? Right, brusted, cloud brusted, in Kedarnath just 2 days back, okay? Very bad thing has happened. So again, some death, and people are stranded, lot of issues has happened. In fact, our 1 person, 2, 3 of them went, they escaped just 1 day before, okay? Or else they would have been caught in that. However, coming back. Here, how in the sky, seeing the clouds, we try to see these different type of imaginations, and we try to visualize and say, look, what are the castles that are available in this air? Also, dvicandratvaṃ yathā. Also, it happens in the sky. Out of the air, we see this castle. In sky, we see two moons, especially when there is hallucination, or you put a pressure on your eyes here. It's very simple. Even if also if you put now also, so the screen will appear, each one of you will appear two times. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, just press here, then everything will be visible too. So that when you have also mental pressure, don't worry, everything will appear not 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So physical pressure on your eyes creates hallucination. So also mental pressure, you know what will happen. Okay, let us not get into that. So here also it's being highlighted nicely that how a person starts seeing two moons in the sky, but in reality, is it there? It is not there, but still it is visible, still it is experienceable. So that means very clearly it is being highlighted. What I experience, that is not reality, not truth. That means I must not give importance to my experience. Because if I give importance to the experience, I will waste my life. I need experience, not that I don't need experience. Experience is to grow out of it, to understand that experience is not useful to understand myself later on. It's exactly like we accepted anātman to dismiss anātman. We accepted the existence of the universe to dismiss there is no universe. We accept there is a castle in the air to dismiss there is no castle. It is just hallucination. So also we accept that Jiva is different from Brahman to dismiss that there is no Jivatvam at all. One has to be very careful. That's why when this is the difference between science and spirituality, science and the scriptural study. Science only highlights based on experiential conclusion. They won't say experience later on with data. You add some data with experience, that becomes experiment. The whole scientific study means what? Is nothing but experiment-based study. And experiment is what? Nothing. Experience plus some data, but I would rather say manipulated data. That is what all about is science. But whereas when we look at Shastra, Shastra says, hey, look, you don't have to look for experience. There is no reality. The experience cannot lead you to understand the experiencer. Because in the presence of experiencer, all sort of experiences takes place. How can you, holding on to experiences, you will be able to understand the experiencer who is in each and every experiences. So that's why he says, look, tadvatsatye jagatsthitiḥ. So that means what? In the same way, now the appearance of this whole jagat, the universe, in truth is like that. There is no jagat at all. Continuing. Yathā taranga kalolleihi jalameva spuratyalam patra rupena tamram hi Brahmando tathatvata. So again, he wants to go further. Look, how this appearance takes place. Yathā taranga kalloleihi jalameva spurati alam. As you look at the water that is in ocean in the form of wave. That means what? Taranga kalloleihi. So that means that the waves creates a ripple of waves. Now the water appears as waves, and not only it appears as waves, it creates ripples, it keeps dancing, it keeps, sleeping, does all sort of things. Like that's why I say, especially if you go to Indian Ocean, okay? So Indian Ocean is amazing thing to watch, okay? I remember first time when I went to see, that was my first time, seeing outside Indian Ocean in Auckland. I told first thing in New Zealand, Auckland, I said, is it a ocean or is it a lake? I cannot forget. I'm not telling you jokes, okay? And of course, they have got small, and lot of boats and whatnot. That's another thing. And of course, as a rule, we do it. So we always look at ocean as Varuna Devata. So we do not do namaskaram properly. That much is we have. Then of course we taste the take water, sip the water from that. So I was a little careful way I was sipping, because our Indian ocean water is so salty. So when I started sipping, I discovered it's not that salty. Then I said, I am confirmed now. It is not ocean. Maybe somewhere mixed. Okay. Coming back, why I said this thing. Because ripples are very less, namesake. The waves are not that strong. So here he says, look, how the water that appears, whether it's Indian Ocean or any other ocean, how it keeps dancing, how it creates ripple. That means the ripple that is available in the ocean, and also in, patra rupena tamram. He says also that if you look at also, again, it is copper that appears in the vessel, in the form of vessel. This way, two way you can take it. Now, the copper, whole copper is being used as a vessel, different type of vessels. How both are one and same? Because this is being useful, this example is useful. Those days it was like that. Nowadays things have changed. Because when we drink water, generally we used to use copper, not a plastic, okay? Now everything is plastic. Some people use glass. Very unfortunate, okay? So everywhere, anywhere, plastic. And now they say it's a degradable plastic, okay? Especially some women, those who are lazy, don't want to wash plates and other things. So they will use degradable. So this is biodegradable plastic. This is nothing, not harmful. How do you know it is not harmful? Don't ask, okay? Okay, this is my point, okay? Don't get offended. So coming back to the point, that this copper, when it is in the form of a patra, is a form of a copper vessel where you store what? Now, this vessel is nothing but copper. There is no difference. But still, you call as a patram, you call as a vessel, because it has a form, and that's why you have given a name. So also the wave, because there are ripples. If there are no ripples, will you call as wave? But remember, this is nothing again but what? The wave is called wave because of a given form. A vessel is called a vessel because it is a form. And as long as the form exists, that long the name continues. Then after that, name only namesake. And the interesting part is we are very capable of holding the name for the namesake. And when do you hold the name for the namesake? When you are useless. Like some of you use the parents' name, this name, and of course in the religious field, my guru. They say, okay, guru is gone long, long back, okay. Babaji Maharaj still is alive, okay. Still people are holding, I met Babaji Maharaj, okay. Today I don't know why this Babaji is coming. Maybe last night I see him in my dream, okay. In fact, last night he came to talk to me, okay. And if I talk this thing in West, I'm not telling you jokes. I'll be popular. And many people tell lies, all these Swamijis from India. So they created one imaginary Babaji. And everybody says, I had a meeting with Babaji. And one fellow is available now. I don't want to say anything. So his face is a little funny face. So he's not Indian, he's outsider. And this group started saying that he is Babaji Maharaj avatar. And with this card, really, with this card, now he started spreading his wing in Europe. This is the trick. What a dangerous thing, people do it. But anyway, don't worry, because this group also, which is very popular in West, very popular, all are emotionally unstable. Very rarely to find out this group who are emotionally stable. Very difficult. In fact, all these emotionally unstable people come together in that group. It's a very nice group. I like, love it, don't worry. So that's another point altogether. So you see, table also says that, hey, please, Swamiji, don't talk too much because now something fell down also from the table, okay? Because it's too much, okay? Please calm down today. Don't do too much, okay? Now, he says, look, Brahmando bhastatha mana. So that means, he says, look, if you look at same thing also, the whole universe appears, spurati appears definitely as what? As this atmata, as the atma. So it is nothing but in the form of atma. Continuing. Ghatanamna yatha vritti patanamna hitantavaha jagannamna chidat bhati Geyam tat abhavatah. Says, look, Ghatanamna yatha prithvi. So if you observe that clay alone is known as pot. Not pot alone is known as clay, okay? It's a little differently. The God is known as you. That's why in the culture we have this is Sri, Shriman, Srimati, not Mr., Mrs., and I don't want to express my gender. Okay, nowadays option is there also, you don't have to express your gender, okay? What a confusion. What is wrong in it? Because whatever gender I have got, this is called non-acceptance of your prarabdha or yourself. There is deep within some self-rejection is there. And these people are crazy people in the world. And if anybody puts this video publicly, they will start to know creating hell or heaven for me, okay? But don't worry, this is another way of publicity, okay? Now it is called, new job. I asked somebody made me, what are you doing? I am a roaster. So I was confused. I said, roaster? What is roaster? Are you roasting? Yes, yes, I do roasting. I said, what do you roast? Swamiji, my job is roasting virtually. Virtually roasting, but it took some time for me to understand. Swamiji, you don't understand. Whenever we see some statement somebody gives, so we take that statement and we start roasting in the social media. I said, what do you get out of it? Swamiji, I am a celebrity. Not only that, I earn a lot of money. It's a new profession called roaster, okay? And these people have no job at all. And they are so third grade in thinking. I'm sorry to use the word. They did everybody's personal life in a third grade. Because that is how people thinking has gone down, so that people start liking followers and they are having, millions of followers. So what I'm highlighting here, this aspect is, this gender aspect I brought, because whatever I am today, including the body that I have, the hair I am having, please understand. Whether it's gray or whatever, even if, I don't have hair behind, because already gone. Please understand, it is related to my karma. I have to accept my prarabdha. And if I don't accept my prarabdha, whole life will be constant war, a battle. And if whole life is a war, constant battle, then will I be happy in my life? Forget about any other thing. That's why acceptance is the most important aspect. Yes, after acceptance, then yes, you can fight for justice if you feel there is injustice. You can defend yourself, but don't protest. But nowadays only they protest. There is no defending. It's a very sad thing to see. Why I'm highlighting this thing here? He says that this Sri, Sriman, Srimati, all these things we use first is you are God, then you are so and so. Like people call in the airport, Mr. Swami, okay? Mr. Swami Ananda. No, Mr. Saraswati Swami Ananda, okay? This is how they announce, okay? If I'm missing, okay? It's very funny, okay? And this is happening in India. They have lost the culture. The cultural background is gone. However, here, ghatanamna yatha prithvi, the clay or the mud alone is the pot. So also, patanamna hitam tavaha. Now, if you see, again, I would rather say, thread is alone known by the name of cloth. Because in the cloth, when you buy the cloth, you see the material, you check whether it is cotton or, polyester or telepolyester or, all this, there are a lot of confusions are there, okay? Those who are smart. Whether it's 100% cotton or mix this, that. So that means what? The thread is cloth. Now, same way, he says beautifully, Jagat Namna Chidavhati. In the same way, world is another name for consciousness. Gayam tat tat abhavata. So it is to be known. Because why it is to be known? This Ātman, this Atma or this understanding to be understood. This consciousness principle to be understood. How? She said, tat tat abhavat, by negating tat tat, means by negating the names and forms. Whereas if we hold on to names and forms, if we give importance to names and forms, if we give importance to the experiences, then what happens in life? you know better. More of it. We'll see later on. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Shishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste, all of you.